hit record now. Will, just because we're gonna do 8 more of these, can you make sure that I hit record earlier than 90% of the way through? So just with Snap, we were again agreement here. Just to point out, we're switching back to new enrollment. The reason why we're switching back to new enrollment is again, it's might be in the cards that if we serve more folks, we might get more money from DHS. So I know that was a initial thought, and then it went away, but now it's back. So that's why we want to push Snap new enrollments there. And you can see this is a great example where I think KPIs really affected things. We instigated goals right here. We had a big jump. We took them off. We had a big decline. So Snap, ENT, that's there. With trade, continue to co-enroll everybody that you can. We have lowered the goal from 100% initially to 90% co-enrollment. And also keep up the good work. The state, while we're not hitting that 90%, we are considered to be a national best practice. And so we will actually be in a training with, leading a training with NASWA soon. Sorry about that. And then with Wagner Pizer, this is kind of the, sorry for this long delay, but we have had this increase recently. And so again, thank you all for agreeing to negotiated goal as relates to Wagner Pizer. With youth, this is one where we recognize that a lot of things are changing with youth. And Troy, do you want to jump in on how we came up with a kind of, I believe it's like a meeting in the middle goal?
Yes. So that's exactly what we did. We took what we requested and then what y'all negotiated, and we split the difference. Our ask is less than what you actually hit this year as a whole, but it's more than you asked for in the negotiation. Um, so we've literally just split the difference in what we ask and what y'all negotiated.
So I know that wasn't a long preamble as we usually are, but would you all be okay with this kind of meeting in the middle for youth 486? I will also just throw in there, this 486 would also affect your in-school youth goal. And so basically, while you agreed to our initial ask of 170, we just are trying to maintain our youth waiver there and at 30% of the goal. So basically, 30% of 486 is 146. And so basically, you would also be agreeing to, as they're kind of related here, of a in-school youth lowered down to 146. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm just thinking through it. Our
Yeah.
in-school provider has no issue hitting numbers.
Mhm.
They could serve 3 times more people if they had the money
Right.
to do it.
Yeah.
So they will hit the goal no matter what.
Mhm.
I'm a little concerned about the out of school because, quite
Yeah.
honestly, in school carries a lot more enrollments than us.
And to be clear, you can enroll more. I just wanted
Yeah,
the goal to
yeah.
be consistent throughout as 30% of
I just want to make
whatever
sure
we could.
because
Yeah.
we also have to distribute the funding.
Right.
Based on, right? Because I want to make sure that if we are increasing the OSY provider, we'll also have to make sure they have enough funding to increase the amount of participants that they serve. And I feel less confident in giving the money to my OSY provider than I do to my in-school provider.
Right. And to be clear, we at the state are not asking you to reallocate funds any differently than you would normally on that. It's just at least do 30%. If you want to do more, if you're more confident in your in-school youth provider, Troy, is it true that they could do 100% in school youth?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
So,
No, that is not true.
That is not federally allowable.
Yeah, we're recording now. That is not true. I'm saying that. We are at 50-50 though. For this program year.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, Diane, are you okay with accepting the 486?
For the in-school youth, yes?
Yeah, 46 for total youth. 146
Oh.
of them will be in school, but we know in school will serve their folks.
Yes, they will.
Sure
And as we look at the numbers now, they've already picking up that bulk of those new enrollments. So yes, I'm fine, confident with it.
Okay.
And
Thanks,
the
Kyla.
other thing, and I think this even might be on a further slide, but just to say is KPIs are like should be the most flexible numbers, right? And so I don't care where the funding comes from for youth. So that being said, like if for SYEP, for example, if someone is eligible to be co-enrolled with Title I youth, and that makes sense, then you would get credit for both KPIs. Does that make sense? So
all of our phase 1 people are co-enrolled with WIOA youth.
great. So love to hear it. And I think we're getting towards the end. So that's, hey, 30%, we maintain the waiver. Co-enrollment is great. Did I say anything else here? Also for our youth experience, same kind of thing. I don't care where the money's coming from, even though it was determined based on what you agreed to as a part of SYEP. If you want to use Title I funds, perhaps for youth work experience for another reason, this would count towards the youth work experience goal as well.
Yeah, we're 100% co-enrolled for phase 1 with youth SYEP and WIOA.
Great. So that is the end of our list here, and I just wanted to throw out some maps I'm throwing out in there. So we have the Madison Great AJC map. We have the AE map. We also have IELCE, and this is the distressed counties from this current year, what it changed from in the previous year, and then this is the CSEP slots again. And then people were asking for contacts. I did update the local contacts here. Again, just let me know if these are wrong. And then I will, when I send out the official slides, it will also include the state contacts by KPI. So what is next? We need to send out this end of year report, right? So we're late on that. I thought that this was more valuable, right, to get these goals out the door first. So we need to send out this annual report. And then we also have the state board meeting coming up as well. So the other thing is more timely data. We are working with our team is working to automate KPIs wherever possible. Snap ENT actually has a great dashboard, and so it would be great that you all could just log in and see what your numbers are, rather than have to pull these reports, right? And rather than us have to train you on how to do it. So hopefully we're working on that there. So that is all I have. I know we had bountiful discussion throughout, but I just wanted to just open it up if there are folks on either side of the call who want to speak up to how great Greater Memphis is. That could be a topic of conversation, or anything else. So
I just have a question about the Tableau thing, because that was probably about a year ago. We were planning to put together a dashboard, and we're told at the State Workforce Board to put it on hold because they were working with Tableau on a statewide. Do we think this is going to be another year? I'm just trying to figure out if we need to go ahead and develop our dashboard or wait for this one.
I would say go ahead.
Okay.
But that's just me talking. For those who are deeply in the data weeds, you know that I think we had a training on this with the AJC leads, but basically polling reports as it now exists is a little bit of an art, not a science. And so basically there are some reports that are the preferred report. Sometimes those don't work. We have to use report number 2. And so hopefully automating things will not only help you all in terms of you can just look at the dashboard, but it can also move wired staff time that is currently like trying to pull reports to the tune of 2.5 weeks a quarter. Will probably expresses some emojis in the chat right now about that. But we could perhaps use the staff time to working on making sure that the reports are reporting consistently. And so I would say probably 20% of the reports break each quarter, and trying to put in OPC requests and all those kinds of things. So hopefully we can, by automating things, smooth a lot of that out. So that being said, we are possibly procuring a whole new provider. That's the simultaneous conversation happening right now. With all that being said, probably makes sense that we both try to put things into Tableau.
Yeah, that's fine. We had a outcry from our community to ask for very transparent on our website, real-time reporting of our outcomes and stuff. That's been made public, and it's a request even from our board. And so we put it on hold when you guys were starting to go through the Tableau thing, but we're gonna pick it back up. And so if there's other folks that we need to coordinate on the state side, we're happy to do that, but we'll pick it back up.
Yeah, great. And I think if anything, we'll learn from each other about perhaps how things are best presented or defined, or, you know, there's decisions all along the way about how best to do that. So, so that's all I have. And I thank you all again for really just shooting the moon this year as it relates to the vast majority of your KPIs. Please continue to be open to reaching out. Hopefully this conversation reiterates that we're in this together. And so thank you all there. I will say, as it relates to the state board, the innovations committee is most tied to the KPIs. And so basically, I would ask that you ask through your regional director, perhaps, when you all come across these best practices, if you would like to present. Again, this is a reward, not a you must, but if this is something that you think would be beneficial, to show the state board itself that Greater Memphis is a diamond in the rough. So that's all I have to say, and I will see you all next time.
Thanks, Ben.
Later,
Thanks,
y'all.
Ben. Thanks,
Thanks,
Kyla.
everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good day. Thank you.